Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this particular episode, I will be explaining about which tools we need to learn in 2024. Many of us confused, regarding which career path we need to choose and whether we need to go with coding path or else, no coding tools we have, right? No code kind of thing. Okay. So, and a few of the aspirants also having some sort of myth that, coding is something like, we need to put lots of efforts on that. Then, can we crack that interviews or not? That's why most of the aspirants are migrating towards the no code kind of things, like we will be having bpms and crm tools, right? So like that. Okay, so by this end of this video you can come to conclude that, and also you will be gaining some more clarity regarding which career path we need to choose. And right now, what are the technologies that help us to get the jobs in 2024. Okay, right. A small request is that keep, if you are visiting for the first time or else if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, so please I'm requesting you to subscribe to my channel so that you can't miss any sort of updates regarding from Pega and as well as careers as well. All right, yeah. So let's jumping onto this particular session. So like, if we talk about the coding, right? Obviously, in coding, I strongly suggest you to start with the basics. Okay. For suppose, I'm not talking about the backend technologies like Java, Python, .NET. Okay. So like that, I'm starting from the front end technologies. Okay. So in front end technologies, always starts with what basic. Like we'll be having HTML, we'll be having CSS, and as well as JavaScripts, and few of the libraries we will be having. Okay, and along with the frameworks. Okay, so this completes the front end technology. Okay, so if you're having somewhat knowledge regarding CSS, obviously if you are background from CSE, okay, kind of thing, then you might have uh, you know uh, a typical knowledge on the CSS as well, right? CSS, some sort of knowledge on JavaScript as well. Okay, so I strongly suggest, if you are background from that, right? So I strongly suggest to upgrade your skills regarding this. Okay, in order to become the front end technology. Okay, so to be frank enough to speak, so right now in 2024, okay, so only front end developers, the technical recruiters are looking for more like full stack developers rather than picking the front end developers kind of thing. Okay, but why I'm choosing to learn at least some basics of the front end technology means I will be covering in the later part. Okay, the reason behind why I suggest to learn this at least basics of CSS, HTML, and as well as Java libraries, or we can say frameworks kind of thing. All right. Okay, so let's coming back to the coding technologies, right? Right. So as I said, obviously, back, like I said, full stack developers plays a prominent role, for the year of 2024. This is for sure. Okay. So as we know that, full stack developers nothing but combination of front end technology and as well as a back end technology. Front end technology, as I iterated from HTML से लेके, we will be having up to JavaScript. Now backend comes. Now backend is nothing but what? It's not like scripting kind of thing, but rather it's a programming language. So programming language nothing but what we can say from C to, we will be having C sharp, and we will be having Java, Python, .NET. Okay, so like this we will be having many programming languages. Okay, so with the help of these programming languages, now we need to do backend operations, backend coding. Okay, uh, combining these two together, we will be calling it as a like a full stack developer. Okay, so why technical recruiters are more prominent about this full stack developer means a single full stack developer can work both on front end as well as a back end simultaneously. Okay, so that's why more technical recruiters are planning to pick more candidates, those who have skills of the full stack development kind of thing. Okay, so if you are moving, or else if you are planning to learn something, right? Okay, so always starts from the front end technology. Okay, by simultaneously you need to start from the basics, that is nothing but C language. Okay, C language, then pick the Java, then pick the Python. Okay, so if you differentiate between Python and Java, right? Okay, so I strongly suggest to use Python over Java. Okay, so why? Because Python is somewhat easy to learn actually, compared to Java. But it's not that Java market is down, or else Java is not compatible compared to the Pega. It's sorry, Python. Okay, it's not like that actually. Okay, so Python has its separate prominence, and Java is also having separate prominence. Okay, right. So by differentiated Java to the Python, right? So pick some sort of Python if you don't have some sort of coding language. If you have, then you thorough with the Java, you just upgrade with the Java skills, and then later migrate. If you have interest towards the Python, then you can have, if you want to perform some more robotical or AI kind of thing. Okay, machine learning, obviously Python, with the help of Python only, right? We can do all these things. So like that. Okay, so this comes under coding. Okay, now coming to our actual concept, that is nothing but 2024, right? So only learning only front end technologies. Okay, and sitting back at home and waiting for the technical round, or else interview calls, it doesn't suit in 2024. Okay, so if you're learning in the front end, okay, if you're learning for the front end, right, always also learn simultaneously the back end as well. Okay, so as I iterated, the reason behind this as well. Okay, right, so this comes under programming languages completed, so coding part completed. And coming to, okay, so as I iterated in the starting of the video, right? So more persons having a myth, right, regarding coding kind of thing. Okay, so coding requires sorts of knowledge, and we can say analytical skills, and some blah 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 blah. All right, so if you ask, so what are the few tools that we can learn, uh, that requires low code actually. Okay, that requires low code, and we know we can simply to learn, or some sort of things. Okay, if you just ask question to me, then I would suggest that in 2024, obviously we will be having a CRM tools and as well as a BPM tools. Okay, we know about, right, CRM, what is CRM, and as well as what is BPM. All right, so in come by combining these two technologies, okay, in 2024 I will suggest first one would be obviously Pega. Okay, um, the reason behind is not keep I'm a Pega developer, but I knew that how Pega is evolving. Okay, what are the new technologies, what are the new I can say uh, methodologies, and as well as how Pega is using those actually. Okay, so right now AI is evolved in many of the tools. Okay, likewise Pega, AI also came into this picture, and with the help of AI, okay, now Pega is just like so it's like superb, I can say. Okay, so Pega, so if you don't know about the Pega, okay, so Pega is nothing but it's like a BPM tool, we can say. Okay, so what are the prerequisite to learn the Pega? Okay, so in order to learn Pega, right, okay, so we don't require any sort of proper coding. Okay, like Java, like Python, or some scripting languages. Okay, if you don't have any sort of languages, if you don't have any sort of programming languages, okay, then it's fine. But I suggest you to have a minimum basics of up to JavaScript. Okay, in the beginning I said, right, the reason behind the thing is, right now I will be suggesting few of the CRM and as well as BPM tools as well. Okay, so with these BPM and as well as CRM tools, which require some minimum coding, or else understand at least, so that our career must be in line or in sync with the right now in the competition world. All right, so always it's good to have a knowledge, a minimum knowledge. I'm not saying that it's a mandatory to have those languages or those those skills, but it's always preferable to learn at least some basics of uh, HTML, CSS, or JavaScript. Okay, so right, if you are learning Pega, you might be having a small idea on the Pega constellation as well. If you don't have any sort of Pega constellation, what is Pega constellation, how it works, okay, I already recorded a video. If required, then I will be giving a link in the description. Okay, so in that, the reason behind why I pick this constellation, because in the constellation, so we will be using a React components, we will be interacting with the React. Okay, so that's why I choose, that's why I said to learn at least minimum knowledge on the JavaScript. Okay, right, so this is nothing but a Pega. Next, coming to the, we will be having a many BPM tools, right? We will be having a Appian, we will be having a Cratio, we will be having a IBM, and etc, etc, etc. Okay, along with these, all these BPM tools, I pick Pega, that is for sure. Okay, and also we will be having Salesforce as well. Okay, right, in the Salesforce, if a minimum coding is required to develop Salesforce kind of thing. Okay, Salesforce web applications, okay, in order to work on some sort of thing. Okay, obviously we need a minimum code. Okay, right, so at least I can say some oops concept. I can say if you're thorough about some oops concept, then it's fine. Okay, it's same like oops concept kind of thing. Okay, so if you're just familiar with the oops concept, then it's good to learn the Salesforce as well. Okay, if you don't know about some sort of oops, right, then it's okay. It just you can complete oops concept, and you can inculcate all those things in your mind within 15 days of span. Okay, that's for sure. Okay, if you're thorough about all these concepts, and if your motive is towards you to learn, to enhance your skills towards the oops concept, right, so then definitely you can easily inculcate all these things. Okay, that comes with Salesforce. That's it. Okay, I won't prefer any sort of other BPM tools right now, because see here, and also you might be wondering why I didn't mention about SAP. The reason behind this, in SAP we will be having a many modules. Okay, we will be having many modules. Okay, some client will say some other module, some client will prefer some other modules. Okay, now we need to thorough, and we need to learn, and we need to upgrade each and every module. We don't know, right? For suppose, if you are working for a company, and if you are using some A module, okay, and if you put some papers, okay, and if you switch back to the other company, right, in that particular company, if they ask about some B module, then again you need to learn B module as well. Like that in Salesforce, like that in SAP we will be having a many modules. So that's why in 2024, if you're planning to get a job in the IT, okay, then I am not suggesting us to use to pick SAP for now. I'm saying for now, but it's my personal suggestion. Okay, so there is no personal grudge towards SAP. Okay, so if anybody SAP developers are watching, so please excuse me, and I strongly seeking apologies from my end as well. But I need to provide some valuable information to my subscribers, and as well as to my family as well, so that they can choose a technology or tool or programming language in a such a way that they will acquire, or they will upgrade skill in a less span of time, and they will crack the job in a less span of time. So that's why I shortlisted all these things. Okay, so that's why I'm not recommending SAP for now. Okay, right, so these are the no code, or I can say low code tools, I can say. Along with this, I will be also suggesting you to use Microsoft's CRM, we can say Dynamics AX, we can say Microsoft, we can say MS Dynamics AX. Okay, so you can use that as well, but in the backend, it will use a .NET. Yeah. Okay, so if you thorough about the .NET, okay, and if you're from CSC background, like you know like .NET kind of thing, language kind of thing, then you can also use CRM. Okay, Microsoft Dynamics AX or CRM. Okay, that upgraded version, I can say CRM. Okay, you can use that as well. Okay, but it takes some time to learn. Why? Because it's involved Java, .NET. Okay, why? Because it's a MS tool. Yeah. Okay, it's a Microsoft tool. Okay, obviously it needs some uh, you know .NET related stuff. Then okay, so these are the things actually. Along with this, we will be having IBM. Okay, we will be having IBM tools as well. You can pick that as well, but I strongly suggest among the no code no code or low code tools, I will suggest first is Pega, second one is obviously Salesforce. That's it. Okay, coming to the coding, so I will suggest start from the basic. Okay, if I talk about the programming language, starts from the basic, that is nothing but C, then later on jumping into the Python, then later on Java. Okay, so these are the programming language. Coming to the scripting language, that is nothing but front end. Okay, always starts from the obviously HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, in the JavaScript we will be having a many frameworks. Some client will ask about jQuery, some client will ask about Bootstrap. Okay, and some other you can say libraries, like we will be having a many libraries, right? Like React JS kind of thing. Okay, many frameworks as well, Node.js kind of thing. Okay, so you need to thorough about few of the frameworks. Okay, if you want to crack the job in a less span of time. Okay, right. So this is the complete picture and complete scenario and a trending technology, I can say. Who can learn? I'm not saying that you can learn it very simple way, but it's all about your thought process. It's all about your thinking, guys. Okay, so uh, if you put more, I can say, your thought process and as well as your eagerness towards to learn some sort of your shortlisted technology or tool, then definitely you can easily learn in a streamlined process, and as well as you can crack the jobs as well. All right, yeah. So these are the my I can say shortlisted technologies and as well programming language and as well as tools. Okay, so if you have any sort of discrepancies, or else if you want to comment down, or else if you want to suggest more tools as well, then you can comment down as well. And if you want to provide any sort of feedback, valuable feedback, is it a regards of a positive or else a negative, what it may be. Okay, I strongly welcome you guys. Okay, so because no one is perfect in this world. Okay, so in the end, so this is my perspective. Okay, so this is my research and analysis. Okay, so in terms of stocks and in terms of Gartner graph, and as well as in terms of I can say the trending analysis. Okay, so I picked this. Okay, so I didn't um, choose security data stuff, data related stuff, and as well as visual representation. Okay, like we'll be having a many visual representation tools as well, right? Okay, so I didn't mention about those tools actually. Okay, so why? Because obviously security we will be having. Okay, we will be having a data related, we will be having IoT, we will be having AI kind of thing, we will be having a machine learning, we will be having a data scientist. But these guys, data scientist and machine learning, it requires some time to learn. So that's why I didn't shortlist for now. Okay, if required, then I will record a other session, so that I will provide a complete picture on that. Okay, right. And the conclusion, so certification is mandatory for all of the things. Okay, it's always good to have a certification, at least a basic level. If Pega, obviously CSA is Salesforce, then definitely you will be having those actually. All right, so this is my complete analysis. Okay, so if you like this video, so please like, share to our family and to our friends as well, so that they clear their ambiguities. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, so please, I am strongly requesting you to please do, so that you can't update any sort of updates from me. And also uh, you know uh, it get motivate, I will get some sort of motivation, right? So in order to create contents more on these careers and as well as Pega related topics as well. All right, yeah. So coming to the conclusion. Okay, so all the best and happy learning as well. All right, yeah, take care, bye bye.